Hi, I'm Jupiter. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to address something that feels really important, and it's something that has directly affected me, and I know that it has affected a lot of other people in the spiritual and pagan communities. I wanted to address spiritual toxicity. I have suffered spiritual abuse growing up in the church, and that is something that has deeply affected me. And I know that affects a lot of people that come into this community. I'm also a domestic abuse survivor. This isn't really something I ever wanted to delve into on my channel, but it feels important because there are so many people in our community who have these backgrounds, and they come into this community looking for love and acceptance and looking for a group of people who they can learn from and be open and honest with. And too often, although a lot of people in these communities are very open and caring and do accept people with open arms, there are pockets of people who will undermine you and who will try to obstruct your path. And that feels really horrible to say. I've been getting a message over and over and over again from Hekate, and she just keeps repeating that she expects a pack of, I want to get this right, I want to get the wording right because it's so important to her. She's just yelling it over and over and over again. I seek a well-trained and well-ordered pack, and instead I find a pack of wild dogs fighting over scraps. Each person has a path that is laid out before them, and instead of looking at what you have before you, you look at your neighbor, you see what is on their plate, and you say, I want that. That should be mine. And you take what is theirs and you rip it apart. You destroy it and you fight over these bones. When you had everything you needed handed to you, laid out before you, it was there for the asking, for the taking. All you had to do was accept it. And instead, you let your greed and your jealousy overtake you. You put down and destroy your pack mates. over perceived wrongdoings simply because you felt that what they had was better than what you had. If only you would look at what you have within yourself. If you would just look at your own talents, look into your shadow, heal your wounds. Stop trying to destroy your comrades, your friends, the people who you are supposed to be working in tandem with. This isn't just Hekate. I get the same message from the Morrigan. I don't work very closely with Aphrodite, but I recently had a communication with her as well. I visited a public altar and got the same message. We're so busy fighting amongst ourselves for things that we shouldn't even be fighting over. And it creates this atmosphere of toxicity and judgment and anger. It's unfair. Not only to the people you're supposed to be working with, but to yourself. We need to get along with each other. We need to band together and work together. Everyone has their own strengths. If you think that someone else shouldn't have what they have, if you try to pretend to be better than them, then you're doing yourself a disservice. And I don't know if this message will even come across right. I don't even know if what I'm trying to say will come out right, but I needed to say it because we're at a pivotal point in human history. There are so many things that are wrong with the world. There are so many things that if we work together and used our strengths, we could become an unstoppable force. And instead, we're like children fighting over broken toys. And I've been dealing with this personally. Why waste so much energy throwing hexes and curses at each other? Why not put our differences aside? We cannot become what we are meant to be if this continues. There is so much to be done, and if we cannot heal ourselves, How do we expect to heal the world? I know I want to address this more cohesively in the future, but it felt important to document this because it has turned from a plea into a demand. Instead of looking at each other and pointing our fingers, we should look at ourselves. Heal what is inside of you. Learn to love yourself in spite of everything, all of your shortcomings, everything that you think could be better. If you only had this thing, if only that would happen. Stop looking at that. Appreciate the moment. Appreciate life for what it is. Appreciate what you have. The people around you, your community, life, the world, nature. It's all interwoven into one giant tapestry. And when you try to force it into a new narrative, you only end up tangling the threads, and then you have to go back and unravel them. I want you to know, no matter how hurt or broken you are, no matter how hard you try to hide your shortcomings, no matter if you think this person is better than you or has it better than you, you are worth it. Your life is important. Everything you do has meaning. Every moment of life that you live is invariably burnt into the history of this universe of everything. It's your history, your life. And every life you live, every life you're reincarnated into, every past life that you've had has an impact on who you are today. And who you are today has an impact on who you will be in the future. You are so important. Whatever you're fighting through, whatever you're dealing with, that's important because it's important to you. Never stop reaching out. Even if you get rebuffed 100 times, 1,000 times, never stop asking for help. Because the only time that you won't get the help you need is when you don't ask for it. If you're seeing this, this is me bearing my soul. I'm going to leave it here. I'll leave you here. May the earth hold your soul in her hands. May the winds make your spirit soar.